Your friends have you cornered. They've already created your dating profile. They insist it's time to put yourself out there. The phone gleams in your face. Everyone is smiling, except you. Your heart races as a new match notification dings. Part of you wonders if they're right. The other part, it wants to fling that phone out the window. Online dating has been called a meat market for a reason. Swipe left, swipe right. People become products on display. In moments of boredom or loneliness, you window shop humans like gadgets. Love starts to look less like magic and more like inventory. For some, this dehumanizing buffet of options is reason enough to walk away. Open your field guide. Today, we're examining the offline dater, those who ghost the dating apps entirely, and why. We'll map the terrain of swipe fatigue, app burnout, the economics of algorithmic dating, and the rebellion of slow love. This isn't about judging, it's about understanding. Let's draw a circle around the ones who opt out. A decade into the swipe era, entire generations are burned out. Millennials trade war stories of ghostings. The novelty is gone, replaced by fatigue. Gen Z is increasingly over it, skipping apps entirely or not dating at all. Even Gen X remains split. Some dabbled, others still say no thanks. Different ages, same disillusionment. Dating app burnout doesn't care if you're 19 or 49. Using dating apps feels like a full-time job with no paycheck and no days off. Craft the witty bio, choose the perfect photos, answer dozens of excited, "Hey" messages. Pretend you're interested when you're bone tired. It's work, emotional work. One therapist put it bluntly, modern dating can feel like a full-time job with no payoff. You clock in hopeful and clock out heartbroken or just drained. It's a hamster wheel, swipe, chat, ghost, repeat, and it's wearing people down. Nearly 80% of Gen Z users report dating app burnout. They call it swipe fatigue, the endless stream of profiles that blur together, small talk that never goes anywhere, plans that fizzle out. It's a cycle that leaves you emptier than before. Every left swipe is a person discarded. Every right swipe is a fragile hope that often breaks. Dating apps have a business model, and finding your happily ever after on the first try isn't part of it. These platforms stay in business by keeping you swiping. The more time you spend, the more ads you see, the more likely you'll pay for that boost or premium package. They dangle love like a casino jackpot. Just one more swipe, you might hit it big. Meanwhile, the house is raking in your data and dollars. It's a rigged game. Let's map the territory. There are 5 distinct types of people who opt out of the swipe economy. Each has their reasons. Each has paid a different cost for staying offline. Here's the taxonomy. Type 1, the culturally rooted. In many cultures, love isn't left to an algorithm. It's guided by family, faith, tradition, meeting through community or arranged introductions. A dating app might feel forbidden or just wrong. They trust a grandmother's intuition or a pastor's advice over a line of code. An algorithm isn't their matchmaker. That's by choice, not fear. Type 2, the marginalized. Mainstream dating apps weren't built for those who don't fit old norms. If you're queer, trans, non-binary, using these apps can feel like squeezing into shoes that don't fit. Maybe the app won't display your true gender. Maybe you're flooded with fetishizers or exhausted by explaining your identity over and over. It's no wonder many LGBTQ+ folks feel safer outside the apps. Why play a game that never welcomed you? Type 3, the neurodivergent. For many autistic or ADHD folks, dating apps are a sensory and social minefield. The endless small talk that never deepens. It feels like a performance with unwritten lines. The barrage of notifications triggers panic instead of excitement. Decoding emojis, reading between the lines, not sure if see you around means goodbye forever. Every misread, signal, or ghosting hits with twice the force. When they say dating apps just aren't for me, it's not a cop-out. It's self-preservation. Type 4, the second chance skeptic. After a 30-year marriage, divorce, or widowhood, do you dive into Tinder? For most, the answer is no. Only 3% of Americans over 50 use dating apps. They remember what real courtship feels like. Eye contact, handshakes, not emojis. After a lifetime of deep connection, the swipe game feels shallow and foreign. They'd rather join a church group, take a cooking class, or let friends set them up. After hearing horror stories of scams and ghosting, personal intuition beats algorithmic matchmaking. Type 5, the algorithm resistor. This isn't just about dating apps, it's about rejecting a life lived by algorithm. After a decade of feeds telling them who to date, what to like, who to befriend, they're saying enough. They're scaling back, logging off, seeking analog intimacy. The same code that sells you shoes is suggesting your soulmate? That's too far. They detox. They delete not just Tinder, but maybe Instagram and Facebook for a while. When you're not comparing hundreds of profiles, you can listen to your gut. Unplugging is how you get that back. Let's do the audit. Online dating costs time, 40 plus hours a month on average, money, subscriptions, boosts, premium features, emotional bandwidth. The burnout is real. Self-esteem, every rejection is quantified. Every ghost is visible. Offline dating costs differently. It's slower. It requires being present. It's uncertain. But there's no algorithm manipulating your dopamine. There's no corporation profiting from your loneliness. Different currencies, different exchanges. Here's the paradox. The solitude that protects you can also cut deep. Being alone by choice versus being lonely in a crowd of swipes. The offline dater knows this trade-off intimately. They'd rather face occasional loneliness than constant disappointment. They've made a conscious bargain, safety and authenticity in exchange for a quieter life. Some nights they wonder if they've exiled themselves, but they chose this path, and their choice is what matters. Some opt out not because they've lost hope, but because they value love so much they're willing to wait. Call it the slow love movement. They're watching everyone else race to relationships and thinking, what's the hurry? Some practice intentional celibacy, taking months or years off to heal or focus on themselves. Others choose singlehood until something truly meaningful comes along. In 2024, Boy Sober went viral, women declaring a detox from dating as protest against toxic hookup culture. By slowing down, they ensure that when they do partner up, it's on their terms. Logging off doesn't mean giving up. It means finding love in unexpected places. A return to meet cute moments in the real world. Meeting at a protest, you instantly know you share values. Co-working spaces where freelancers become partners. Niche communities, that D&D campaign or community garden might introduce you to someone who speaks your language. People are engineering serendipity for themselves. When you step from behind a screen, you give coincidence a chance. Love can still surprise you. No swipe needed. If you're done with the swipe economy, here's your extraction protocol. Step 1, delete the apps. Not just log out, delete. reclaim the 40+ hours a month you were spending. Step 2, reclaim your time and attention. That bandwidth you were burning on shallow chats, redirect it. Step 3, choose your method: community-based meeting, engineered serendipity, or intentional solitude until something real appears. There's no wrong answer, only your answer. What if the problem isn't how we date, but the entire script? Enter relationship anarchy, stepping off the relationship escalator. They're not following the expected timeline of date, marry, mortgage, kids. Instead, they design connections on their own terms. Deep friendships as important as romance, non-hierarchical love, community care over coupledom. To a relationship anarchist, an algorithm trying to pair you with one optimal match feels absurd. One study found 1 in 5 people might be practicing this without realizing it. It's a radical rejection of dating app logic and societal pressure. Here's the verdict: opting out of dating apps isn't giving up on love. It's opting into taking control of your love life. Every person in this field guide, from the culturally rooted to the algorithm resistor, is making a strategic choice. They're refusing to let an app monetize their loneliness. They're rejecting the idea that love should feel like shopping. Offline dating isn't failure, it's resistance. At the end of the day, whether you swipe or don't, it comes down to writing your own story. Some find their person through an algorithm, and that's great. Others find fulfillment by opting out and letting life happen on their terms. There's no one-size-fits-all in love. Cultural expectations, tech trends, peer pressure, they don't get the final say. You do. Every person in this field guide is reminding us, you don't have to date like everyone else to be happy. You have permission to opt out, log off, and live and love at your own pace. In a world that pushes us to connect faster, choosing a different path isn't failure, it's self-respect. If you need that pause, take it. Trust your compass, online or offline, slow or fast, solo or partnered. The only rules for your love life are the ones you write. The wasteland has many paths. Some lead through algorithms, some lead through analog spaces, some lead through solitude that becomes peace. None of them makes you more or less worthy of love. What matters is that you're navigating with intention, not obligation. Choosing a path that respects your boundaries, your bandwidth, your heart. This is your field guide. If you want to decode future faking in the first week, or learn why he changed after 3 months, subscribe. The dating wasteland is vast, but here's what the offline dater knows that others forget. The path that leads to love doesn't have to go through an app. Your love life, your rules. Not everyone who opts out is giving up. Some are just refusing to settle for a game rigged against them.